Alright. We are here inside the vault of Braccus Rex. The actual vault now, not just the outskirts. I don't think this is an illusion now. We've already defeated the illusionist. Then Guardian, Trumpdoy, was his name? What a name. Anyway, this treasure is ours for the taking then. Well, we can't carry it all off, we just take the choicest bits. And what are these? Soul jars. So there are souls inside, brimming with sauce. But who are these souls? Let us see.
The soul jar stands on its plinth, glowing softly. From within, you can almost hear the whisper of a voice. You see, or rather, you feel, a far-off land. Frozen breath hangs in the air, pine needles brush your cheeks, and in your arms you can feel a weight. A body, dead. But you have hope. Your vision swims. You're older, but perhaps not wiser. You march at the head of a shambling host, the enemies of Braccus Rex melting before you. The scene twists again. Now Braccus stands before you, a beautiful woman at his side. You lash out in treasonous rage, but cold arms bind you. You're sealed away in a tower. Your screams fill the darkness. You feel a jolt and open your eyes to see the soul jar before you, lying still in the vault. Your hand falls from the jar and grips the pillar as you try to calm your ragged breathing.
So, this contains the spirit of a necromancer, once in the employ of Braccus Rex, but ultimately betrayed. Whoever it was, they joined him to try and save the life of a loved one. Let's take that.
The necromancer's memories fade to black, but the feelings remain.
So this necromancer, well, I'd forgive this soul. Punishment must fit the crime, but this really doesn't. It should have a limit to such punishment.
They may have been a necromancer, but they did not feel evil. Misguided, perhaps.
I agree.
Anyone who marches at the head of an undead host deserves whatever punishment they get.
Well, that's one way of looking at it.
One must wonder how many more lives they took. How much misery the scum caused.
Huh. Alright. And this gold. Lots of gold. Thank you. And supernova. That's a pyrokinesis spell. A very powerful one. And the purging wand. So this is a legendary purging wand, eh? What everyone has been trying to find. Well, that was easy.
Look at that wand. It hums with inner source.
Very powerful. Who's this? We can sell it. Let's leave the chests for later. Another soul jar.
The jar on the plinth before you seems ancient, but is in surprisingly good condition. It's covered in pictograms that you can't understand, but you're sure you just saw one of them move.
Ha.
The pictograms spin to life, and you're dragged into a dream. You see the lizards of the ancient empire turning their backs on you, casting you out into the wilderness.
A lizard then, and an outcast.
As you roam, the human apes turn away from you, all but one. One smiles, one opens his arms, one says he'll take you home. Braccus Rex. He promises power, for a price. He picks off your golden scales, one by one, stripping you down to the bone. He promised you a crown, but all you got was shackles. You try to fight, try to reclaim what's yours, but a woman takes you by the hand and leads you to a tower. "He promised he'd take me home," you cry. "You are home," she smiles as she seals the door. "This is where you belong." Your hand drops away from the soul jar, your bones tingling. In the back of your mind, you hear a small, scared voice whimper before fading to nothing.
Poor fool. Well, what a wretch he was. But well.
Nice.
The long-dead lizard's visions fade.
He committed his crimes out of pain. Because he was cast out by everyone else, human and lizard alike. He had no malice, really. I think he should be forgiven.
I can't help but sympathize with him. He just wanted to go home.
No amount of loneliness excuses wickedness. He helped a monster for selfish reasons.
What he did shames his people.
Ah, well. We all have our opinions. Who's this?
This jar glitters and glows. From within, you think you can make out the distant sound of laughter.
Huh. Well, at least somebody's happy.
With a jerk, your mind is pulled to a scene in a tavern. You see a dwarf in the center of the room, joking us all around roar with laughter. All bar the zombies, who are slavishly serving food and drink.
Oh. Using zombies as slaves, then. Well, rather macabre.
The door opens, and a tall, beautiful woman stalks into the room. She's flanked by heavily armed guards. You can't make out her words, but see the fear in the dwarf's eyes. The dwarf mutters a word, and the undead lurch towards the intruder, but are cut down like wheat. The dwarf tries to run, pushing her friends into the woman's path, but is grabbed before she can escape. As she's dragged away to a tower, you hear her cursing Braccus Rex and his whore. Even when she's thrown inside and the door sealed, you can still hear her shouts. You pull your hand away from the jar, your head swimming. You can feel the dwarf's cold terror still throbbing in your bones.
Fine.
Well, she seems unrepentant.
The vision fades.
I can do little but condemn that necromancer's cowardice and greed. She was quite happy with using the undead and zombies as servants until she fell from her little roost.
She must have been acting against Braccus Rex for him to have come for her like that.
Really? You think so?
Keeping the dead as slaves. What a disgusting display. She deserves every punishment she got.
Yes, indeed. I'd say, but, well, that's my first impulse.
Being locked in a tower was more kindness than any necromancer deserves.
That's quite sweeping, but yes, alright, fine. And what is this?
Good find.
Another one of the pieces of the tyrant's armor, eh? Huh, well. The more I see it, the more it really doesn't seem that impressive, and that, even more so that it's cursed.
The jar before you
Wait
may
a
have looked
minute.
opulent once, but no longer. Now it's covered in grime, its paint chipped away, and its jewels long stolen.
Did I read that right?
The soul jar rocks slightly, light flashing from underneath its lid. On its rim, you can just barely make out the name Gratiana.
Gratiana. The name of the priestess at the shrine. I knew it. Well, I knew she was undead. But she was one of the necromancers. She was that woman, common to all these dreams.
As soon as you touch the jar's cracked surface, you see a vision of splendor, silks, fine food, and decadent lechery. But underneath it all lies bone and blood. The vision shifts. You see burning villages, slaughtered women and children. You see her, purging wand in hand, standing amongst it all. She throws her head back and laughter echoes in your skull. A shadow falls across her, and you see a large, weeping face. She reaches out as if to comfort, but Braccus drags her back. You see her fall into the mire of the swamp, trapped. As you pull your hand away, you can feel a deep, longing sadness in your soul. Is it regret, or just sadness for a life that used to be?
Skeletons in the closet, indeed.
Fine.
The terrible vision fades.
She may have been evil, and caused the pain and deaths of many. But no one is beyond forgiveness. Whatever her sins, she can always redeem herself. And I believe that she has been trying this for centuries. Seeing her presence in the shrine, I don't see the necromancer anymore, but the priestess. Someone who is truly trying to repent every day.
Gratiana's life was selfish and hedonistic. No mercy.
Oh, really? Because she's not a lizard?
Whatever a person may have done in life, they can always be redeemed.
I believe so.
However her life began, it ended well. No one should be damned because of their youth.
Yes, we can all be stupid when we are young, after all. Well, there's still one. Still one jar left. Alright, who's this? Oh,
You made it all this way.
huh. So, why were you so intent on keeping us out, eh?
He trembles and seems to shudder with a quiet sob.
I'm cursed, you know. Bloody Braccus bound me here to protect his vault. He has my soul in that jar just there, and I can't leave without it. As long as the jar stays unbroken, I can never truly die.
What did you do to earn such a punishment?
I don't rightly know. This was the Source King's way. Befriend you, then destroy you. I was a fool to expect I'd be an exception.
Well, I guess that's true. Given the 4 other examples here, all of them were his allies, servants once, and yet ultimately he betrayed all of them. He must have been a real hit at parties.
His favor was intoxicating. That's no excuse, but it is the reason.
All right. You know what? I'll help you. I'll break your soul jar and set you free. How about that?
Really? You would?
Yes. Yes. It was your duty to try and bar our way. I can't really blame you. It was great fun, actually.
He drops to his knees before you and grabs onto your feet with both hands, head hanging.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Alright. That was a bit of an experience. But we're walking away from this with lots of great new gear. And better than I've ever imagined. Alright. For starters, a war helm. As you can see, it not only gives us better strength, which is not really necessary, but well, whatever. Gives us summoning additional. Then we have this Sanctum, which gives us additional intelligence, a geomancer level, and 2 summoning. Ah, awesome! And so, with these 2 items at this point, we are now at level 10 summoning. We've lost a level in Hydrosophist, Which I guess we should, well, I guess it might be worth putting a point into it the next time we level up. Or we should just find an item, I guess we could do that. But, well, the important thing is that we are now, well, we are Geomancer as well as Hydrosophist, which is quite amazing. Now we still have our... We've lost Winter Blast, but we still have Hail Strike, we still have Rain, we still have Restoration if we want to use it. But the important thing is, our summoning is now at its peak level. And what does that mean? Well, we'll see soon enough, once we go into battle. Anyway, still one more room here to check out. It's this. Something about this statue, even though it's broken, it seems to be calling to me.
The deity's head and hands are missing, severed as if by a sword. You can't tell if this was meant to be symbolic somehow, or a mere act of vandalism.
There's something strange about this statue. I need to examine it further.
As you take in its chiseled details, you have a vision. The statue comes to life and embraces you awkwardly with its broken arms. Unable to resist, you're flown away into an endless dark.
That shrine seems to have brought me here. What is this place?
And why am I here alone? Where are the others? Hello? Sibyl? Beast? Prince? Whoa. Hello? She seems familiar. And what is going on back there? Are those the... Hello?
You walk towards the figure on the dais, but wisps of mist start to cloud your vision. With each step, the mist gets thicker, hiding the figure from sight.
Fane? Fane!
That voice. I know it. Hello?
You push through the fog, chasing the voice at breakneck speed. You trip and start to fall, but catch yourself against a bookcase? You look around in shock as the mist clears. You are standing in a library. Your library. You hear a cough behind you and turn to see your assistant, Harina. She hands you a thick book, Observations on the Universal Veil. You look at her in confusion as she explains, "You asked me to bring you your research, Master Fane, for your guest." As you walk through the library, Harina expresses her condolences. It is a shame that the king forbade further investigation into the Veil. It was a fascinating topic. She leads you to a door, your study, and pushes it open to introduce your visitor. You step through the door and see the Lady Amadia, one of the 7 lords.
Oh, welcome to my humble office, matron.
Oh, please, there is no need for ceremony or dusty titles. You may address me as Amadia.
Yes, Amadia.
I must say, you created quite a stir earlier, dear Fane. The other lords and I were quite impressed with your research. We believe the King's decree that you should not investigate the Veil was misguided. We would like to view more of your research. And I see you have already brought me some reading material. Kindly give it here, my boy.
Alright, here. That's all of it, all my research.
She thanks you with a smile and thumbs through the pages, engrossed by your work.
Yes, quite fascinating. A barrier of pure source. Do you truly think this veil is the key to unlocking a new future?
Well, the king thinks it's dangerous. He says that if a veil has been created to hold something back, perhaps there is a reason for it.
Yes, so we gathered. We found it strange that the king would refuse you the chance to explore something that could be so beneficial to our people. But perhaps there are still paths we can walk. Perhaps.
There is a crash of timber behind you, and you can feel hands grabbing you. You are dragged backwards as Amadia screams. The screams fade to nothing, as does the scene before you. You're standing on the cold, glowing stones once more, with Lady Amadia before you.
What?
Fane, darling Fane. I had to know. I had to be sure. If you were not who you claimed, it could have been a disaster.
A disaster? Who did you think I could have been?
Who? Anyone, my child. Anyone could be a threat.
It's not really an answer, is it?
No one in this world has escaped the madness unleashed by the king.
Madness? What madness? Please, tell me what's going on here.
We know why the king forbade your research. He already knew about the Veil, Fane. He was draining its power, leeching from it to build up his own strength. When we confronted him about this betrayal, he used his power to try and subdue us, to turn us to slaves.
The king wanted to enslave his own people? That doesn't make any sense.
He wasn't satisfied with our fealty. He wanted total control. His madness for power knew no limits. We fought, of course. The king scorched our land, but by uniting, we overcame his evil. He was banished beyond the veil he had tried to subvert, but our victory was hollow. Our people, oh my child.
What? What happened?
They were erased, destroyed utterly. We seven were all that remained.
No. Everyone. My family. I want vengeance. Vengeance upon that damn king.
Excellent. It may well be within your grasp.
Really?
For centuries, the king has been searching for a way back into our world. And beyond the veil, he found the force that could help him do it. The Void.
Oh no. Don't tell me he's aligned himself with the Void, Woken. Oh no.
The moment we discovered the Void, we understood the veil was created to hold it at bay by powers even more ancient than us. But thanks to the king, that evil has been seeping through the cracks. We have contained both ever since, but now, alas, they are winning.
Why? How? What has changed?
I fear we are no longer united. I fear, well...
Amadia turns and gestures to the scene behind her. Down below, you can see the 6 other gods fighting, clawing at each other, everyone desperately trying to get the upper hand.
Over the centuries, the drip of void into this world corrupted the others while they played with their mortal races. I fear it is too late for them, for us. But you, Fane, you have been untouched by it all.
Me?
The world needs a power to protect it, and you are the key, Fane. But you have fallen so far.
But I didn't fall. I was pushed. By the king. It's all his fault.
Of course, my child. All you did was to seek knowledge. The true crime was your punishment. And you will have justice. But first you must return to the world and escape that island.
Indeed. Escape. You have to escape Fort Joy.
But you will return more powerful. As your first step towards righting the wrongs of this world, I grant you my blessing and give you the ability to bless in turn.
Oh, really?
Amadia stretches her hand out, and you feel a warm glow spread through your bones. You feel a sensation that you have not felt in a very, very long time.
You may have noticed I have tried to help you on your journey. That I can bless the very water beneath your feet. Now you have that power for yourself.
Awesome.
And this is only the beginning. More and greater powers await you, if only you will seek them. And seek them you must. But before you begin, a word of warning. I gather that you travel with a pack of these lesser creatures.
Well, yes. I mean, they have been most useful. And interacting with them has been most insightful. The lives of mortals, after all.
It is only natural after so long spent alone. But you must be wary. Some of these creatures are more dangerous than they seem.
Dangerous?
They are God-woken, the chosen champions of the other 6 gods.
Huh.
They will walk the same path as you, but they cannot be allowed to reach its end. You must be the one. Only one can wield the power to stop the king. Only you, Fane.
Me. Only me, eh? Oh boy.
She lays her hand on your skull, and you see it clearly. The others, the gods, Amadia, and you. You are her chosen. You are her God-woken.
So go forth into the world with my blessing, dear one. Heed my words and go.
Oh. Alright, was that a dream? No, it was real. I'm God-woken. And so are all of them. Each of us a champion of one of the 7 gods. Well now. Doesn't that color our relationship a bit? Oh well. Sabine? Are you alright? You seem bothered.
Sabine is pensively tracing a new name on her arm. Gilded letters in an ancient alphabet.
That looks painful. Are you alright?
Sure, it's nothing really.
Alright.
My own name. A little gift from Tyrsendilius. Leave it to a god to be overly dramatic.
Why would he write your own name upon your own skin?
Must be a celestial party game. Or maybe he wanted to teach me a lesson.
Huh.
If the latter, he has much to learn.
I'm sure he does, my dear. I'm sure he does. Alright. Ow! Alright. Let's get out of here.
Out of the frying pan and into... You know what? You've heard that one before, so let's try a new one. Shite's all mucked up. Yeah, seems more to the point, doesn't it?
Yes, indeed, my friend. So what comes next, do you suppose?
Well, it just so happens that getting off islands is my speciality. I'm like the Aelus of escaping islands. Get it? Aelus! No? Fine, you get the gist though. So, here's the thing. Where there's a sea, there's boats. Boom. Simple as that. We'll find one docked, or one will sail by, and... Well, as you probably figured, I'm good at stealing boats.
Alright, yeah, I gathered that indeed. You know, you always have that little parchment that you have there. Care to reveal what's written on it?
You noticed that, eh? Well, I'm a lot of things, but subtle ain't one of them.
Huh.
So, there's some things you ought to know about me. I'm sort of... kinda royalty. I mean, I never wore a crown. Not with diamonds in it, anyway. I once stuck a wreath on my head and... Oh, sorry. I need to stop with that whole tangent thing.
I like you, really. I really, really like you.
Anyway, let's just get it out there. I'm a bastard. The literal kind. And the other kind. The royals weren't all great with me, and I weren't too great with them. To make an overlong story over short, I started the rebellion and got caught and exiled to an island prison. Like Fort Joy, but 10 times worse.
10 times
I died
worse.
there too, if one of Justinia's ships hadn't sailed so close. So, I kinda took it, and off I went. Cool, right?
Very cool, my friend.
Then I came upon the Victory. Nice ship. The royal sailors walked the plank as well as you could hope for. That's where I found the notes. Right there in the open. Next to the manifest.
So, and what did the note say? Come on.
Let's see how quick I can be. Queen Justinia's ordered some dwarf named Lohar to ambush a ship called the Peacemaker and take its cargo. Whatever's on it, she's using it against the rebels. She calls it Operation Downfall. Pretty ominous, eh?
Alright, alright. It does sound rather ominous.
So, yeah, hoping to find this Lohar fellow and stop the Operation Downfall thing. And there you have it. Tangent-free. Mostly. Well, not mostly. A little. Okay, not at all.
Alright. Alright. We'll try to get out of here as soon as possible, my friend. And we can be on our way, and you can be finding this Lohar. Alright. Perhaps another time. Let's go. Is there anything left here, I guess? Yes, time to leave. Just quite the experience, eh? Very illuminating. I don't think any of us will ever be the same once we leave this cave. Alright, so what do we do now? I guess we go and find Gareth. Should be somewhere north. First of all, there's something I want to do. There it is. Where's that place? There. Please indulge me. Please. Hey, Piggy, come back here. Alright. I think... Alright.
At last, the fire is quenched.
There it is. Oh,
Yes.
what? Who are you, please?
The menacing skeletal guardian looks at you wearily, then yawns.
So you dare defy the will of Braccus Rex, prepare to be destroyed, and so on and so forth. Let's get this over with.
Alright, before we tear each other apart, I'd like to know who you are first, at least.
I was a loyal servant of the Source King. I carry out his will in death as in life, and all that sort of thing. Now, can we get down to the fighting? I was enjoying a lovely dirt nap before you helped those heretical pigs.
Why must I be punished? I mean, the pigs are no threat to her, whether they're on fire or not.
It is not my place to question Braccus Rex's will. I am to execute those who defy his legacy. Besides, there are far worse fates Braccus Rex could have visited upon you. This island itself is proof enough of that, I dare say.
Huh. Alright, so what do you get out of this deal?
She moans impatiently and taps her bony foot.
One did not make a deal with Braccus Rex. One simply carried out his will, lest his curse be unleashed on you.
Well, there's no curse that could... Well, there is no curse that could know if you let us be. I mean, you could leave and return to your nap, eh? Ow.
Where Braccus Rex is concerned, I take no chances. Now, let's get down to business. All of this talking exhausts me.
Alright, fine. Alright, let's just make it quick. Where is she? She's not that powerful. Come on. Oh. Alright. Your bow has fire already, alright? And here she comes. Ooh. 35 touch, eh? You know, there are 4 of us. I'm not even going to bother calling Nathan on you, because you have thoroughly come to a very no-win situation. Alright, yeah, just bless her. And you're dead. Alright. Sabille? Sabille. Alright, you're fine. Alright, let's just rest a bit. So you're dead. Well, couldn't really blame you for not going up against Braccus Rex. Nice. The staff. A really good staff, but I'm not a staff person at this point. Magical helmet, huntsman, yes. Unidentified belt. Really, you're loaded. Very nice. And metal, I could use that, but it requires geomancer too, though. Oh well. And alright. Let's distribute those later. I need to find some more pigs. Hey. Alright, you know what? I think it's time to use those soul jars. They're sauce.
The pictograms on the jar stand fixed and still.
Alright, let's open it.
As you reach into the jar, the source flows into you. The power is overwhelming, warming the cold spaces between your bones. You blink, and for a split second, you're looking through the soul's eyes. You see a locked dungeon, cards scattered on a table, and a pair of skeletons. The image only lasts a moment, and then you're back, the empty soul jar in your hand, while its power pounds through your body.
Alright. Alright, wait. Where are you? Come here. Stop running away. You want to be cured or what? Is there another pig? Alright, hooray. How about you first? Come on here. There's 3 more. Oh, come on here. Come on. Come on here. Come here. I'm here. Will you please? There. What the? There. Oh, come on. All right. There.
The curse is lifted. Thank you.
Yes. All right. Let's keep using these jars.
The jar seems quieter now. It sits still. For just a moment, source swirls around you, and then, with a whisper, it cascades into your body. You feel light as the power of the universe fills your being. You feel your spirit jolt, and for a heartbeat, you're looking through other eyes. You see a dungeon and a table shared with 2 other skeletons before you collapse. When you open your eyes, you're back in your old body, senses buzzing with newly found source power.
Ah, all right. So let's... All right, don't run. Don't run. There.
At last, the fire is quenched.
No problem. I like helping burning pigs. Right. Tasmin. Gratian.
The jar stands before you, cold and still. As you remove the lid, a fresh wind fills the room and power rushes inside you. You can feel source coursing through your bones. For a moment, you're seeing through someone else's
Yes, you've
eyes.
seen this before. 2 skeletons in a dungeon. Whoever they are. Right, don't run away. Oh, come on. Alright. It's actually kind of fun, but, well, anyway. Right. There.
The curse is lifted. Thank you, stranger.
Don't mention it. No, really, don't. I mean, it'd be so hard to explain. Are there any more pigs? Ooh. Right. I don't think we should go there. I sense something really evil and powerful. Let's get out of here. Okay, yes. If we are going to the north, if Garrett is somewhere here, perhaps the way we should go is by the beach. Huh. For now, though, I think we should go back home, quotations. Back to Fort Joy. Let's sell off some loot. We arm. And then we'll see what happens next. This is fun.